But you see, Randy, I mean, I don't see why these matters really should be engaging our attention the way it is. And it seems to me that there's a certain fixation by the NDC on this 2/3 majority. The other day I sent you a message as well. I was wondering what really they need the 2/3 for. Because it's really empty. You can only apply it when you want to remove the president on Article 69(11). That's why you need 2/3. Or you want to censure a minister of state. That's when you need the 2/3. But how is NDC going to censure Mr. Mahama?
You never know.
Oh. How is NDC ever going to censure any of their ministers? So really, I don't know why the fixation on the so-called 2/3 is then leading to the degeneration of these very simple matters that the EC has the capability to resolve. Andy, it's good Mike intervened and drew our attention to the West precedent. And indeed, and in fact, if you listen to the EC presser yesterday, and the attached sheet of the issues relative to each of the constituencies concerned, it cannot be said that the EC is functus officio, hence the matter then is a subject matter that they finish their work and they cannot anymore entertain any question relating to the election at the polling station. As for example, second D, the EC is functus officio. It's been declared validly. Okay, all the parties signed. I wasn't present, but my agent was, and they signed off. I don't have any issues at all. And that is the case with several other constituencies, except this 9. That the EC itself has come and said that, look, the evidence before us, these declarations cannot under any circumstances be deemed to be legitimate. And so our work is not done. Why the insistence that, hey, your work is done? Look at the example that Michael Quay just gave. And Randy, I have the list.
Yeah, help me with each the West one that he gives. There's some people sending me messages saying that was done under CI 126. CI 126 perhaps empowered the EC boss to do that. CI 127 does not.
Our electoral laws haven't changed materially.
But for every election, there is.
I don't have a problem, but I'm saying that when it comes to the issue of collation and all that, it hasn't changed materially from previous laws. Yeah, of course, you improve the processes by amending or passing new constitutional instruments to deal with ensuring that you have an open, transparent process, free and fair elections. Okay. But EC is entitled to recollate at the polling station. Now, it is only when a valid declaration has been made, like the example of second D that I cited, that you would say that the EC is functus officios and cannot then entertain any matter. Michael Quay narrates what happened in Domi Kwabenya. Clearly, nobody in his right mind can say that that was a valid declaration. The EC has admitted that our officials, in some cases, were told that guns were held to people's heads.
And they didn't report to police?
Of course, it's up to them to report. I don't have any issue. Okay? It says in this statement that the process for recollation has stalled as the Ghana Police Service expressed concerns about threats from party supporters. Recollation will take place once adequate security is provided. And so calling on the leadership of these political parties to intervene calling on Mr. Mahama, who is the leader of the NDC, calling on His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. As far as I'm concerned, it's in order.
Mama, what functional role has
He's
he
the
got?
leader of the NDC.
But he has no functional
If
role
he calls his
with the
supporters
police
to order, they would leave these collation centers for EC to do his job. For the police service to provide the requisite security to ensure that this work is done. 9 seats. Yes, you have an absolute majority. So I really don't see where this tension arising out of some fixation of we have 2/3. Why? The 2/3, what does it give to you? You can amend entrenched provisions of the Constitution. You cannot.
What about
With your 2/3.
What about those that are not entrenched?
Yeah, but of course, those ones is a pure act of parliament. You need only a simple majority to pass them, which you have. If you want to amend any of the entrenched provisions of the Constitution under Article 290, the process is clear. You need a referendum where at least 40% of registered voters must vote, and 75% of that.
But why are you
number.
thinking for us?
So that's why I'm wondering why your fixation on the 2/3. Because it seems to me that you think that having that number will give you some extra advantage in Parliament. I'm saying it does not.
Nobody has talked.
Because the circumstances under which you will need the 2/3 is really when you want to remove the president or censure a minister. I cannot for the life of me see how NDC want to remove Mr. Mahama during the 4 years of his tenure.
Maybe they want to have 2/3 on every committee.
So that what can happen? It all boils down to a vote. And the voting in Parliament is clear. It's on a majority. A simple majority. On many of the issues, except these ones that you require an enhanced majority to enable you to do it. So really,
if they believe that the law is being broken, if they believe
but
that their legitimacy is being taken away from them, should they let go just because they have numbers and they probably don't need those 9?
See why they even think that some law is being breached. The EC says that look, these declarations were illegal. They did not comply with the processes as outlined in law, and so our work is not done.
They said the EC does not have that right
why?
to make that determination.
Why?
So Ajo sends me this. He says, please ask Mercer, when the EC became an investigative body and a court to determine criminality and beyond reasonable doubt, when was the investigation commenced? Then which court of competent jurisdiction made a determination that a crime had been committed? When did the EC become a court to determine duress? When did CI 127 mention valid declaration? What did EC tell us about Techiman South? Under which section of the CI does EC base its recollation? It says that Egyapa should stop deflecting. No one has told Mercer that the NDC is fixated on the 2/3 in Parliament.
So I fail to see really what the need is.
It's not a need for a 2/3.
Randy,
yes.
This talk about what you call it, criminality and what court has made a determination is neither here nor there.
Why?
It's an administrative body with officials performing certain functions. They ought to comply with a certain procedure and do a report to their superiors. Okay? And so if the presiding officer, for example, or the district officer clearly indicates that, look, this was the situation under which this declaration was made.
What if he lied?
What
if the
so let
officer
the
is
people, so let them prove that he's lying.
Yeah, because they are disputing it.
No, wait.
It's only in the court that you can
They are
prove.
disputing it.
So take it to court.
And you must be the one to take it to court.
NDC should take it to court.
How?
But are you aware?
Because as far as the EC is concerned, the process is incomplete. And they are indicating that subject to the removal of these party supporters that is calling on Mr. Mahama and Mr. Akufo-Addo to do, the police is willing to provide the security for us to conduct the collation. If you think that is wrongful, go to court.
So the NDC says it has gone to court.
Where?
Here in Accra. And that it has secured an injunction against the
Have you seen a copy of the injunction?
I've seen it.
I haven't seen it. I'm not
it.
so sure whether. I haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
I saw some processes that they went to show in the Tesano.
No, beyond that, after that.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
So their issue real, and they say that they've properly served the EC.
And the injunction
And
is
they
to
are
achieve what?
baffled
To stop the
on
EC
the
from
five.
performing their functions.
They've mentioned some 5 constituencies.
That EC should not work.
Yeah, that no,
Because
that,
it's
as far as
related-
they are concerned, the declaration has
Has been
made.
done
By who?
by the EC
By
officials.
officers who say they haven't.
No, I'm saying that's their case. They've gone to court. They have gone to court. I'm saying
Let
that
it play out
because you
there.
see,
We'll certainly come to
because
the
see,
bottom.
Egyapa, my
Because I
issue,
really
Egyapa,
don't
my
see
issue
what the
really,
issue is.
Egyapa, my issue really is that the EC, and I remember sitting here when the EC relied on that injunction to say that it was not going to perform that service that the NDC had paid it for in their primaries, just because the attention has been drawn to an
not
injunction.
even served.
I said that the EC is creating a precedent that tomorrow will haunt it. Because when you tell us that once your attention is drawn to a suit, irrespective of whatever it is, you will stop your work. And
Yeah,
you issued a statement
Yes.
to tell us that. So if today another party, whether their case is frivolous or not, have gone to court and you've been notified of that process and you insist on
Yeah, you have a
continuing,
case there. I mean, you have a case there. I mean, and they have to respond to that appropriately. But as far as
because I
I'm concerned,
remember saying that here,
As far
that
as
they
I'm
ought to be
concerned-
careful with that precedent they were setting.
no issues. As far as I'm concerned, the issues are very simple, straightforward. EC says their work is not done. These declarations, I've read a statement from the official from Tema Central. It cannot, under any circumstances, be
That official
deemed
couldn't he
to
also
be-
have been induced
to
and
be
coerced?
to be. So that's where you have the proof. Then you go to court and go and prove that.
No, as
they
far as
were
we are
induced.
concerned, the results have been declared
Okay.
in those constituencies.
But as
So
far as
if you are
is
not happy
concerned,
with those results, you are the
the
one who go
reports
to
that
court,
they've gotten
not
from
us.
the officials on the ground is to the effect that these results have not been declared, or that any declarations that were made was not in accord with the procedure outlined in law. And so they are seeking to do the right thing. Cooperate with them. If you disagree, you know where to go.
What we are saying is that they are not.
I don't see why
they
we
are
are
not
creating-
with that authority.
You won the
so
election.
The best thing they have to do is the EC we should go to court
You've been
and say
declared
that
winners.
the declaration which was done
There's a
was
transition
against
process
their
ongoing
rules.
today
It's the EC
to
we should
ensure
go-
that Mr.
Babu,
Mahama is president from the 7th.
Babu,
You have almost 180 something members of parliament.
Babu, you are a lawyer. I'm not. I'm not.
So let's go reports from their field officers, who they made public. I have a copy here. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes.
Each constituency and the issues that took place, the reason why they say that the recollation has to take place. You say no. You allow them to recollate.
Because they disagree. The thing is that there are many times that this same Electoral Commission has believed
I don't have
what
a
he's
problem.
doing is right,
right.
is supported by law,
I don't-
and has been proven wrong.
I don't have a problem at all. So let them go and prove him wrong.
So they said they've gone to court.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
So
they have
let's look at
served
it. But
they
I'm
have served the process on you.
I don't have a difficulty.
Yet you are addressing us and creating the impression that you don't even know of the
I want to
existence.
understand.
When in the past you have issued a statement to tell us that your attention has been drawn to a certain court process, so you cannot even go
When the
ahead.
process has
Me,
not
I'm
even
not an
begun.
official of Electoral Commission. I don't speak for them. But when it comes to this simple matter of the 9 constituencies recollation, I don't think that
in fact, recollation is fine.
the temperature is necessary. I don't think so at all.
And who is creating that temperature?
You,
How?
because
It's the EC.
because listen to what my brother Omane Boama has posted.
Yes.
What's the meaning of that?
Let me explain.
There is no recollation.
Let me explain to you.
What's the meaning of that?
Let me explain to you. Egyapa, let me explain to you. You are a lawyer. We have a situation out of the 9, 4 of these constituencies, collation has been done and declaration made. You
By
understand?
who?
So
The NDC.
no, by the EC officials.
But is that what the EC is saying?
Listen to me.
The EC said that they did it under duress.
Yes.
So I'm saying, Egyapa, you listen
It
to me. too.
vitiates the process
And
completely.
the NDC believes
Who
that
proved
it's a
that
post facto rationalization.
Why do you have to prove it?
Yes.
It's an administrative process. Oh.
And administrative
If the
process,
report from the
the administrative
constituencies
process which is enshrined in law.
like Prue West took place, the EC
So why
is
didn't
entitled to do that.
so why didn't the
So-
same
so-
EC why didn't the same
Techiman
EC
South.
apply this principle in Techiman South
Ah,
when
what
the
happened
NDC
in
protested?
What happened in the Jiman's house?
The declaration.
They declared that what? That the declaration was invalid.
Yes.
Yes.
That it was done under duress.
Oh, that was the Jiman's house.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
2020.
Yes.
Ah, Egyapa.
Ah, why? Do I have to see everything? Me, I'm in second league. What does the developers have got to do?